Alright, hey guys, remember CCG back in the video. With this, we're getting Gladiator Beasts combos and a deck profile. This is a compilation of my combos and deck profile video, and this is post Supreme Darkness. So we're gonna get started here with the first combo. We're gonna get started here with a 2.5 card combo that I think is the most essential combo to know, and then we're gonna go over some other combos that I think are also really good to know. But this one is just kind of the go-to one that came out as soon as the support was announced, and I think is essential for you to know. So we're gonna get started here. This is the new Gladiator Beast monster, Magister. So its effect is pretty insane. It's arguably the best Gladiator Beast monster that came out of this new support. Basically, at the end of the battle phase, if this card battled, you can shuffle this card into the deck, especially when a Gladiator Beast monster, so obviously the Gladiator Beast effect. But for the most part, you're going to be using this to reveal it and one other Gladiator Beast monster in your hand and special summon both of them. And if this card is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, you can add a Gladiator spell or trap from your deck to your hand. And the nice thing is that it says Gladiator there. So as a lot of you Gladiator Beast players know, a lot of the Gladiator Beast spells and traps don't say Gladiator Beast in the name, which makes it hard to search out. So we're going to use Attorix effect. We're going to pitch the Augustus just so that we're able to level modulate. Activate the effect of Magister here in order to search out our Gladiator Beast comeback. Now we can activate comeback and get our Augustus. And because we have two level 8 Gladiator Beast monsters, we can go into Tamer Editor, activate Tamer Editor's effect to get our Domitianus. Then we can link away into Test Panther, activate its effect here, and search out our new Gladiator Beast field spell, which is Flavius, Arena of the Gladiator Beasts. So we're going to activate this, discard a card in order to search out a Gladiator Beast monster. So we're going to search out our Andal, normal summon it out, activate the effect of Test Panther, get it back out, get it back into the deck, and special summon out Equeste, use Equeste effect here, get ourselves our Gladiator Beast comeback. So you guys, if you've played Gladiator Beast a lot, you know that Equeste is pretty essential for recycling your comeback. And here we just have easier ways of getting this out. Then we're going to go into the Tamer Editor, get ourselves a second copy of Domitianus, which is a second monster negate. Then we can go into our new Gladiator Beast Darius. So if this card is link summoned, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Gladiator Beast monster from your hand or grave, and which is great because this is a Gladiator Beast monster, so that does count as activating a Gladiator Beast effect. So we're going to be doing exactly that, get ourselves the Equeste, and use the effect once again. Then we can go into our Draguses here, activate the effect of comeback, get ourselves Tamer Editor. So this is the nice thing about Gladiator Beast monsters as well, is that a lot of these cards are not a hard once per turn, so we're going to be able to abuse it. Same thing with Gladiator Beast comeback and Tamer Editor. And now we're going to go into Darius here. We're going to link away into our Tri-Brigade, Shureg the Ominous Omen. And it's just to fill up our grave with a bunch of Gladiator Beast monsters so that we can go into the new boss monster. That's exactly what we're going to do, and we're going to go into Gladiator Beast Claudius here. So this is the new Gladiator Beast boss monster of the deck. It's pretty insane. It's going to grant you the ability to attack twice during your battle phase. And not only that, but if your opponent activates a monster effect, depending on whose turn it is, you get a different effect. If it's during your turn, you get to special summon a Gladiator Beast monster from your deck. If it's during your opponent's turn, you get to special summon a level 11 or lower Gladiator Beast monster from your extra deck. So that is pretty insane. So now we're going to get ourselves our Gladiator Beast Charge, which is arguably worth running now, just because now we can pop a bunch of cards out of this. And so this is a pretty insane combo, as of course we have two copies of Domitianus. We have our Heraklinos here, so Domitianus, those are both monster negates. Heraklinos, which is a spell trap negate for every card that we have in our hand. And then we can use Claudius' effect, get out whatever Gladiator Beast monster we want. And with Shureg's effect, if this card is special summon, or if another Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster is special summoned to your field, you can banish one card on the field. So that's pretty insane. And of course we have our Gladiator Beast Charge here that's able to pop a bunch of cards on the board. Pretty insane setup for a 2.5 card combo. So let's go to the next combo that I have for you guys. Alright guys, so the second combo I'm showing you is a 2-card combo using Primite Roar and our new Test Bear, which is pretty cool to see. So we're going to activate the effect of our Primite Roar here, which is nice because you can just special summon an Andal from your deck. That's exactly what we're going to do. And then because we control a Gladiator Beast monster, we can special summon out Test Bear here. And you can tribute this card and shuffle one Gladiator Beast monster from your hand or face the field into a deck or extra deck. And special summon up to 2 Gladiator Beast monsters from your deck. And it is treated as a Gladiator Beast monster effect. So again, just an incredible new card here for the Gladiator Beast that just really helps solve a lot of the problems here. And so we're going to go into Attorix and the Magister. Magister here, we're going to get ourselves the Gladiator Rejection. So this is what I was telling you guys, is that Gladiator Beast Magister is able to search out a Gladiator spell or trap, not just Gladiator Beast. So Gladiator Rejection is finally searchable. So we're going to go into Test Panther, activate Test Panther's effect, get ourselves the comeback, go into the Attorix, use Test Panther's effect, recycle the Attorix here, get our Augustus, and of course use Rejection just to get another level 5 or higher Gladiator Beast monster. That's exactly what we're going to do, and link Fusion Summon, Contact Fuse into our Tamer editor and go into Domitianus. Then we can link away and go to the Darius that is able to special summon out a Gladiator Beast monster. And of course we're going to go into our Equeste here so that we're able to recycle the comeback. Then we can get our Augustus, which is a pretty cool attack, our battle phase type monster. Then we're going to go into our Tamer editor, activate its effect here, go into Domitianus. We're going to get our second copy of Darius here. So this is just so that you're able to fill up your grave with a bunch of Gladiator Beast monsters, so that we're able to go into the, of course, the new Claudius. Activate the effect of Claudius here, which just lets you attack twice during your battle phase. If this is relevant, obviously you want to activate that. This is the first turn, doesn't matter, so it's fine. And then here I'm just going to show you guys how you activate the effect of our Claudius here. So this is when we activate the effect of Claudius, just to get ourselves our Heraklinos so we can do a spell trap negate. And of course we could have negated some of these with our Domitianus. And pretty incredible setup here with the 2 monster negates, the spell trap negates equal to the cards to your hand. And then the Gladiator Rejection here that makes it so your opponent cannot target Gladiator Beast monsters you control except during the battle phase. So that's going to be very annoying for your opponent to have to deal with. But let's go to the third combo that I have for you guys. Okay guys, so the third combo that I have for you is a 1-card combo using Rescue Cat. So we're going to normal summon our Rescue Cat, activate its effect here in order to get ourselves our 2 copies of Magister. Then we can link away and go into Darius, activate its effect, get Magister out, then activate Magister's effect, get ourselves our Gladiator Proving Ground, then activate the effect of Test Panther here to get ourselves our Gladiator Beast Noxious. Use the Proving Grounds here, then with Magister we're able to bring these 2 out. Then we can use Noxious effect here just to pitch a Gladiator Beast monster so that we can use it later on for our Claudius. And activate the effect of Test Panther in order to get Attorix and pitch our Augustus. Then we can Contact Fuse into our Tamer editor. Then bring out our Domitianus. And then from here we can we can Fusion Summon into our Claudius here by using the materials in the graveyard. And so here we end up with our board of our Claudius, our Domitianus, and our Heraklinos. Yeah, it's a pretty amazing setup for just 1 card. And let's go to the next combo that I have for you guys. Okay guys, so the fourth combo that I have for you is a 2-card combo using Unexpected Die and Test Bear. So we're going to activate our Unexpected Die, get ourselves our Andal. Then we're going to special summon out our Test Bear, activate its effect here. Get ourselves our Attorix and our Magister. Attorix effect, pitch the Equeste, Magister effect, search out the Rejection, activate Rejection, go into the Test Panther here. Then we can activate our Gladiator Beast comeback, get out the Attorix, use Test Panther to put it back into the deck, and get ourselves our Noxious. And then from here we're basically going to get 2 level 5 monsters, pitch the Andal, use the effect, then go into our Gladiator Beast Tamer editor. Then with Tamer editor we can go into Domitianus, then with Darius we can go into Equeste. From there we can recycle our comeback, go into our Augustus, activate the effect of comeback, get ourselves our Tamer editor, then we can use Tamer editor's effect, get our Heraklinos, and then we can use the materials that are in the grave as well with our Augustus and get ourselves our Claudius. As you're able to set up with a Claudius that is able to get you a Domitianus during your opponent's turn, our Heraklinos here, our Domitianus of course, and then the Gladiator Rejection that's going to protect you from targets. And now let's go to the final combo that I have for you guys. Okay guys, so the final combo that I have for you is a 2-card combo using Gladiator Beast Magister and Gladiator Beast Attorix. So we're going to activate the effect of Magister to get out our Attorix, activate the effect of Attorix here, pitch the Augustus, get our comeback, and then we can bring out the Augustus. So here it's going to look similar to our first combo, but we're going to change it up a little bit near the end. So we're going to get our Tamer editor here, get our Domitianus, activate Test Panther to get the Equeste. We also don't have that extra card that we had before, just for the field spell. And so we're going to have to change it up from there. So we're going to activate Darius' effect, get our Equeste, recycle the comeback, get out our Test Panther, use the effect of Tamer editor to get out our Claudius. Then we're going to use Test Panther's effect here in order to put our Tamer editor back into the deck, but we can get out Darius. So now we can activate Darius' effect in order to get ourselves a Equeste. And then Equeste will try to target something, but obviously it cannot. And go into our IP Masquerena. So with here, we're set up with a Heraklinos that's able to do some negates, our Domitianus, and then we have our IP Masquerena that is able to link away during your opponent's turn in order to go into your SP Little Knight and banish something. There's just another option for you guys to consider. But we're going to get started here with 2 copies of Andal. So Andal is still a great Gladiator Beast monster. We have less of a reliance on it as we did before. Before you would just utilize whatever you could to get this out in order to go into a quick test panther, just because it was easy to kind of cycle through this card. We still kind of do that using our Primite Roar, but it's not as important, so we only run 2 copies of it. And then we have 2 copies of Gladiator Beast Augustus. This card is very important because it is a level 5 or higher Gladiator Beast monster, so it's great if we want to go into our Tamer editor. Pretty essential for that. Not only that, but Gladiator Beast Augustus, when it's special summoned using the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, you're able to special summon a Gladiator Beast monster from your hand in defense position. It's just a really great extender that also helps you go into your Tamer editor, which is where we mainly want to go into. Also, I want you guys to know that Gladiator Beast monsters is a pretty ancient archetype, so a lot of the old Gladiator Beast monsters here actually have soft once per turns, so we're able to utilize that and pretty much abuse it if you see it on the combos. 1 copy of Darius is great because you can get a Gladiator Beast monster, get it out from the grave onto the board. This is great for link summoning. Then we have 1 copy of Equeste. Equeste is very important, at least having that 1 copy, just so that we could recycle our Gladiator Beast comeback, and then being able to special summon out more fusion monsters by getting Tamer editor. Again, a lot of soft once per turns, so we want to use Equeste here to utilize that. 1 copy of Bestiari isn't as powerful as it used to be, but it's still great because we do want to go into our guy Darius, as it's able to pop 2 cards on the board, so we do want to have the 1 copy. Then we have 2 copies of Tamer. This is the new Gladiator Beast monster. If you control a Gladiator Beast monster that was supposed to summon from the deck or extra deck, you can summon this card from your hand, and then you can tribute this card and shuffle 1 Gladiator Beast monster from your hand or face up on the field in order to special summon up to 2 Gladiator Beast monsters from your deck, and this is treated as a Gladiator Beast monster effect. So you can see this is a very powerful effect. It's basically getting you 2 Gladiator Beast triggers out. That's very solid, as not only will you be able to get those effects out, but you can choose which Gladiator Beast you want to go into, making it easier to go into a Tamer editor. You're going to see in the combos video that you're actually able to utilize this. Then we have 3 copies of Gladiator Beast Attorix. So we used to run 1 copy of Gladiator Beast Attorix, but now because of our Magister here, it's pretty essential to have it at 3, just because you're able to pitch something, do some level modulation, and it makes it very easy to go into Tamer editor once you have Magister. So you really want to see that in the combos video, just so that you're able to see how you're able to utilize it and why you want to run the 3 copies. Then we have 3 copies of Mulcharmy Fuwalos. This is just great, just so we can punish our opponents. Let Baby Maxi here, as you're able to just draw a bunch of cards if your opponent is special summoning from the deck and their extra deck. So basically just a hand trap of choice. And then we have 3 copies of the Gladiator Beast Magister. This is probably the best new Gladiator Beast monster we got, as you can reveal this card and 1 other Gladiator Beast monster in your hand and special summon both. And if this card is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, you can add 1 Gladiator spell trap from your deck to your hand. So 2 important things to note here. It's a Gladiator Beast monster, so it's able to special summon out another Gladiator Beast, trigger its effect. Amazing. Not only that, it doesn't say anything about his effect not triggering, not being able to trigger his own effect. So you can just special summon himself, and then from there search out a spell or trap. Just an amazing card that provides so much value for the deck. 3 copies of Ash Blossom because it's Ash Blossom. 2 copies of Gladiator Beast Comeback. You want to being able to monster reborn these monsters. They also can't be destroyed by battle. Keep that in mind. Sometimes that's relevant. You can beat into one of your opponent's monsters and then switch into whatever you may need in the deck. Not only that, keep note that you can only special summon a Gladiator Beast monster for your hand or grave with a different type from the monsters you control. So make sure to keep note of that, because obviously Tamer editor is our usual target for this. It's a Beast Warrior, and that's why usually you don't want to go into Heraklinos in the beginning, because then you can't get it out using comeback. So you definitely want to stick to everything else that is not Beast Warrior until the very end, and then get out your Heraklinos. Then we have 2 copies of Triple Tactic Talents. You can go second, and if your opponent is playing during your turn, you can punish that. 3 copies of Gladiator Proving Ground, Searcher. Amazing, as not only that, but you're able to search out Magister here, as it's a level 4 Lord Gladiator Beast monster, so pretty insane. 1 copy of Caught by the Grave because hand traps suck for this deck, but it's okay, we'll find ways to deal with it. Primite Roar, I explained this. You want to go into the search out the Andal. 2 copies of Gladiator Rejection. It makes it so your Gladiator Beast monsters cannot be targeted, but not only that, you can special summon 1 Gladiator Beast monster from your deck with a different type from the monsters you control when you do special summon out a Gladiator Beast monster. And this card got a buff because now we're able to search it out using Gladiator Beasts Magister, as it's able to search out any Gladiator spell or trap. Just amazing. And here we have Flavius, Arena of the Gladiator Beast. You can discard one card, add one Gladiator Beast monster from your deck to your hand, and when an opponent monster declares an attack, you can special summon one Gladiator Beast monster from your deck, and if you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle. And then during the end phase, if a Gladiator Beast monster was special summoned from the deck this turn, which is very easy to do, you can set one Gladiator trap from your deck to your hand. You can set one Gladiator trap from the deck. 3 very solid effects that you're able to use this as a searcher, being able to use it to special summon a Gladiator Beast monster. And then not only that, but setting a Gladiator trap, it's very solid because we do have 2 great options. Then we have 3 copies of Infinite Imperm, just another hand trap of choice. 1 copy of Gladiator Beast Charge. You can target face-up cards in the field up to the number of Gladiator Beast monsters you control with different name, destroy them. So you can flood your board with a bunch of Gladiator Beast monsters, use Charge here, pop a bunch of things on the board, and of course we can use our Arena of the Gladiator Beasts to just search this out so we don't have to waste our searcher in the form of Magister, because that wouldn't be worth it. You usually just want to use this to get maybe your comeback or maybe your rejection, depending on what you have. And then the last card that I like running here is Gladiator Beasts War Chariot. It's a monster negate for Gladiator Beasts. Alright guys, before I go to the extra deck, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and consider becoming a patron, where you can help influence the channel and influence the type of content I create while supporting me directly. But let's get started here with 2 copies of the new Gladiator Beast Claudius. So this Gladiator Beast monster is pretty insane here. It's a special summon from your extra deck by shuffling the above cards from your field and or grave into the deck / extra deck. So you're going to be able to pitch a bunch of Glad Beasts into the grave and actually use this effect, which is very nice. Obviously with Glad Beasts, your fusion materials are being sent into the deck anyways. So it is a bit of a challenge, as you're able to you're going to need to really link summon into things in order to fill up your grave. You're going to be able to do that with the new Gladiator Beast Link monster. That's pretty great. And besides that, once you get Claudius here, it's going to give you 2 battle phases, which is pretty insane for Gladiator Beast. Obviously, for obvious reasons, you're going to be able to just beat over your opponent using this. And then if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can activate the appropriate effect depending on whose turn it is. So if it's your turn, you can special summon 1 Gladiator Beast monster from your deck, which is amazing, as of course you're able to extend from there. But if it's your opponent's turn, you can special summon 1 level 11 or lower Gladiator Beast monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So usually your opponent's going to activate something, boom, get out Domitianus, or boom, get out Heraklinos, and now there's an extra negate that you're able to stack onto the negates you already have on the board. 2 copies of Domitianus. He's still a monster negate. Again, soft once per turn, so you can have multiple copies of this and utilize it. You can also control the battles, which is also, I think, an underutilized part of this card that's very strong. 1 copy of Heraklinos, Spell Trap Negate, up to the cards that you have in your hand, so pretty insane. 2 copies of Tamer Editor to bring these guys out, and very easy to get out himself. Darius, of course, being able to pop 2 cards on the board. And another thing that is kind of underutilized with this card is that at the end of the battle phase, if this card battled, you can return it to special summon 2 Gladiator Beast monsters from your deck. Darius is one of those that you actually, after you use him, you want to get rid of him. So first, special summon him out, maybe use the Tamer Editor, and then pop 2 cards on the board, attack with Darius, then get them out and get 2 other Gladiator Beast monsters. And then from there, you can go into whatever you want, maybe another Tamer Editor. Then we have 1 copy of Tri-Brigade Shureg, the Ominous Omen. It's very easy to get out. If you summon a Beast Warrior, Wing Beast onto the board, you're going to be able to banish a card in the field, non-target, non-destructive form of removal. And then we have 1 copy of Gladiator Beast Dragosis. This requires 2 Gladiator Beast monsters to get out. If a Gladiator Beast monster you control attacks, it cannot be destroyed by that battle. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. So if you get this out and go straight into your battle phase, if you already have control of the battle from there on, it's pretty difficult for your opponent to play past that. And at the end of the battle phase, this card battled, you can return it to the extra deck and special summon 2 Gladiator Beast monsters with different names from your deck. So what's nice is that you can link 2 of your Glad Beasts, get this out, and then attack with it, and then get 2 more Glad Beasts on the board, just to make it a lot easier to go into your Claudius. And then we have 2 copies of the new Gladiator Beast Darius. So if this card is link summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Gladiator Beast monster from your hand or grave, or if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon 1 Gladiator Beast monster from your deck instead. So an extender built into this link monster, very nice. And also Gladiator Beast monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects during your opponent's battle phase, which isn't super relevant all the time, but as usually you're just going to use this, bring something on the board, and then extend. But that's still good to have. 1 copy of SP Little Knight in case we need to banish something on the board, and 2 copies of Test Panther. I do like that this deck has become, you still want to go into the Test Panther, but at least it's not as much of a choke point as it used to be. Before, Test Panther, if you got this out and they ashed Test Panther, that's kind of GG. That would be it. It sucked a lot. But now we actually have ways to kind of play around that, and it's very cool to see Gladiator Beasts actually get very solid support. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and consider becoming a member of my Patreon if you do want to further support the channel, and also consider watching the evil hero combos and deck profile, as those were pretty amazing as well. But I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you for watching.